Hello folks and welcome along. We are here with IRC eSports here, and we are here for round, was it 5? Yeah, 5, sorry. We did have it last week, but with some connection issues and server issues and such, we did end up doing a little reset and having to go on to it this week. Where this track, the length of it is 3.05 miles, 4.901 kilometres. We're going to have 11 laps for the sprint, and then we're going to end up going on to the main race, which onto short qualifying after that for the main race, which is going to be 32 laps. We've got one DRS zone. Tyres we're going to be using is the C5 softs, the C4 mediums and the C3 hard compound tyres. And we have 19 corners here. First World Championship Grand Prix was actually over almost 44 years ago now, on the 14th of September 1980. So quite a long time back now, thinking about it. But yeah, we've seen a few memorable moments and ones that maybe, oh, fudge knuckles. And Mystery has left, so just give me a minute, phone. Yeah, so we're going to end up having to do a restart. As there has been an error with the settings. So, yeah, that's a bit fun. So everybody's been stuck in cockpit view, which I know a lot of these drivers may not like to be in, as does provide them a bit more limited view, so limited field of view, which in racing you want to have as much as possible. So a lot of them do end up using the T-cam, sort of like what you're seeing right now, but it ends up it's directly in the middle. And we've just seen an invite come up there, so what we're going to have to do is we'll go on hold for a few moments, and the stream will be back in just a few minutes. Hello folks and welcome back, and it seems we've sorted the issue. I hope we're seeing some drivers starting to come out now. Let's just hope all things are going to be going smoothly. I think we've seen Goddard's is actually the first one out yet again. He was the first one out on track before, first one out on track again. Now this track we've seen in the past has been relatively controversial. Track after a tragic weekend in 1994, where the racetrack actually only got used twice after before returning to the calendar in 2020. Right now we'll sit with Goddard's and hope he's not going to end up having a little brush with the wall. Now, as he's coming up to Ravazza now, we'll just go on board with the McLaren driver as he's coming down the start-finish straight, and that DRS will be wide open now, all the way down into Tamburello here. This is the left, right and left chicane. Taking quite a bit of apex there on the left-hand side, and touching that yellow curb on the inside of the apex. Now into the Villeneuve chicane. Now into Tosa, trying to keep it in as tight as possible, using up as much of that track and getting the best launch possible on the exit as you come up to Piratella. Up the wee hill there, and then you're going to be coming back downhill and into Aqua Minerale right now. You've got to be quite careful getting back on the power here, going down into Curva Grassini. He's going uphill, and with these being rear-wheel drive cars, it does have a tendency to end up throwing the rear ahead of the front. But looking right now, Goddard's actually invalidates their lap time, and is unfortunately unable to continue with their lap. But we're going without their teammate coming up to Ravazza, sorry. There's a team, I think that was Double Cream Cut just coming across the line to start their lap. Now Al, the one who sets the benchmark for everyone, the 1:15.463. Who is going to be up, one of the cars up next? We've got Bicycle, who has invalidated their lap time. Oh, Sammy's into the wall there and off at Aqua Minerale. Have they got any damage? That's the question. Regardless, they're going to have to end up coming back into the pits, as the tyres will not be happy with them. So, unfortunately, and give me a moment, folks. Ah, great. 2 seconds. So I think we may be, I'm unsure, I think we may be having a restart yet again. Yep, it seems we are going to be, which is always fun. And this is due to the damage being turned off. So, yeah, I think we're just going to be waiting here nice and patiently for an invite. So just waiting to see when an invite is going to be coming. Yep, so it'll be coming soon. It's a bit unfortunate when Two seconds, folks. Right, so folks, we'll be back in a few moments. We've just had another invite, so we'll be away to get back underway in a few moments. We're just having a lobby restart right now, so we'll be back in just a few moments. Hello folks and welcome back after a little bit of inconsistency, we'll say, with the settings. We have now got them sorted, I hope. You know what, I'm having a quick check just to be sure. Cool, it seems that they are all sorted. So that's good. This time it's not going to be Goddard who's going to be first out. It's going to be Blue Panda, I think it is it? No, Teen Wolf. Teen Wolf is the one in the Mercedes and is actually going to be first out on track. So the fastest lap in the previous iteration of qualifying was a 1:15 flat, and that was set by Jetfish on the soft tyres. So we'll see if it's going to be staying the same in this qualifying session. Those who are listening or watching along, feel free to fire a comment in. If you do enjoy the content, leave a like, possibly share it with your friends, and throw in a little subscribe if you enjoy this content. Be much appreciated. Teen Wolf now starting their lap, just coming down into the Tamburello chicane, navigating that quite nicely there into Villeneuve now. Oh, he lifts off quite early there. Oh, that was interesting. So he would have took a bit more speed. Goes quite wide there, going through Toza there. And up this little crest here as they go into Piratella before going back down again. Goes over the white lines there, but not enough to invalidate. And now into Aqua Minerale, but does invalidate there. On the apex of Aqua Minerale, we'll go and see who is going to be the next driver up. I think it's going to be a Haas. So is it going to be Jetfish? Yep, Jetfish just coming down into the penultimate corner of turn 18 now. I forget if this gets counted as a corner or not. I think it does, but Jetfish goes half a second quicker than the previous time, a 1:14.509. Stonker of a time there for the Haas driver. Let's see who is going to be up next. We'll go on board with Steve Penny. They're just about to start their lap, and they'll be getting a bit of a tow there from, I think that's Aston Martin ahead. Steve Penny did do a double warm-up lap, and oh, it's his teammate, right? No, that's Aston Martin, sorry. It's his teammate Physical that's actually behind, so they're doing a double warm-up lap, it seems. You've just seen, I think that was the Silver of Risi at 1:18.765. And who was that? That was Sammy there in the Haas. Just came across the line, went fourth before being demoted by Asdog, as Asdog went fourth with a 1:16.544. Sammy with a 1:17.062. let's see, as Roscoe's coming around Ravazza now. The final corner now to the line. What times are going to be able to put on the board? It's not going to be a 114, it's not going to be a 115 or a 116, it's going to be a 117.375, and that is only good enough for 8th place for the time being. We've got Goddard, who's unfortunately invalidated another lap and is going again, so we'll come back to them in just a bit. On board with Mystery, who's the actual lobby host, did make a couple of errors just recently, but let's see if he's going to make it error free now on track, just kissing that curb there at Ravazza there. Now to the line, 116.005. That puts him into 5th place, just ahead of Asdog there, and in Aston Martin, and just behind the Ferrari of Kaizen, who's in 4th. So apparently we've got an AI driver somehow, unknown how that's managed to happen. I think it's double cream cart that is, but we'll see how things are going to go. If hopefully it all goes smoothly, we'll soon find out. Who else is on the lap? Goddard is on the lap. Must have messed that up and is on the medium tyres, so it might be time to switch to the Red Bull Pirellis. But no, deciding to stay out and go for it as much as possible on these mediums. Only 3 other drivers, Roscoe, Temp Shadow and Mystery, have went onto the medium compound tyres. Everyone else on the softs. Oh, just kissing that curb and getting a little bit out of shape there, going through Tamburello. Now into Villeneuve. Is it going to go smoother than Tamburello did? He's abusing them curbs like God knows what there, and jumping right over them. Now around Toza as he's going up the hill, going into Piratella, before throwing that car to the left after just a wee touch on the brakes, using the track up as much as possible. Now into Aqua Minerale, keeping it to the left hand side before flinging it over to the right to get the best launch as you come down into Curva Grassini. The little chicane here navigates that nice and smoothly. He's got a Ferrari just ahead of him. I think that's, who is that, the Ferrari, or is that Kaizen? Or Adonis? That's Kaizen just up ahead, who is on a lap, I think, and Goddard's actually proven to be quite quickly there. Nope, jumping into the pits now is Kaizen. Goddard goes to the line 5th fastest, and he's sitting in 2nd out of the medium runners. We'll go and get that time up there. Best ones, it's Temps who's put in the fastest time, a 1:15.633, and I think if Goddard's got that on one of his first laps, then he would have got that position with it being the more fresher tyres. Oh, bit of a lock up there from the Ferrari going into Piratella. Now around Aqua Minerale. Oh, just keeping that car within track limits there by the slimmest of margins. Now into the final chicane and struggling. That's an odd one. Thought they were on a lap, but it must just be trying to charge up that battery, but they're not going to be able to charge it up much. So Double Cream Cat is out on a lap. And it appears that Adonis is going to be doing another cool down lap just to try and get that battery pack filled right back up. Steve Penny doing the same, but due to invalidation. AC on the lap just coming into Toza, currently sitting in 12th position, 118.765 for the Silver driver. as he comes up the hill into Piratella. See what time he's going to be doing coming into Sector 2. Is he going to be improving? That is the question. Got Sector 2 just coming up before this chicane here. He's up on his time by just under 1 second there. What is the time going to be that he's going to be able to put in as he's coming down into the final couple of corners now? Got a Red Bull there just ahead. Hopefully they're not going to get in the way. I think that may be Temps. Yep, that's Shadow just ahead. Now to the line. Times Reese going to be able to put in. Only goes up to 11th, 118.085. So sorry about that, folks. I've seen the end of qualifying now for the sprint. The checkered flag has fallen. Let's see who's going to be the next car up. Asdog, unfortunately, has invalidated. Sammy is on a slow up, so it's all down to Thames, who's just coming to the side. And I think that's going to be it for qualifying. Double cream car has just come across the line. 118.375. Now we'll just wait for the rest of the drivers. Is Reese on a lap? I think he is. It's just coming around Piratella now into Aqua Minerale. So we're coming up to the hill into Variante Alta. Let's see how Reese is going to be able to do it in that silver as he's coming down into the final few corners now, into turn 17 and then 18 of Ravazza. Now to the line, just got this little kink right hand of turn 19. Does improve, but just not enough to move up on Roscoe, that is. Steve Penny just coming to the line now, and then that'll be the end of qualifying. Well, of sprint qualifying, that is. We'll still have more qualifying on the way soon enough. There we have it, folks. Finally, we've managed to get to the end of the sprint qualifying session. So, the order for the sprint race is as follows. Jetfish with the fastest lap of 114.509, almost 7.5 tenths quicker than Al in second. Then we've got Temp Shadow in third, fourth for Kaizen Mystery in fifth, Godder sixth, seventh is Adonis, Sammy eighth, ninth Asdog, Fizical is in 10th, and we've got Steve Penny and Roscoe in 11th and 12th. Then we've got Reese in 13th, Double Cream Cat in 14th, Blue Panda in 15th, and we've got Godzilla Jr. 16th, and 17th is Teen Wolf. So now we're going to be moving on to an 11 lap sprint race here. Now we're just going to be waiting for all the drivers to get their tyre strategies and such all sorted. Looking up now, we are slowly seeing a big dark cloud start to come across the track. Is it going to start raining anytime soon? We're going to have to wait and see. It will be an interesting one if it does. And there we go, folks. That is the start of the formation lap right now. Evening, Matt. Good to see you in the chat there. And I just realised an error I made with the name there. It is meant to say season 16, but I did make a little bit of an error there. Didn't just notice it until just there, so... Yeah, these things happen though. Well, that's what I try to tell myself anyway. But, sorry, we'll get the tyres up right now, everyone, mediums. So that's going to be easy to remember. Everybody's on the matching yellow walled Pirelli medium compound tyres, the C4 compound. So that's the second softest compound that you can get. I think before that would have been known as, would that have been super softs before? I'm unsure. Because I remember you got, what was it, hyper softs, ultra soft, super soft, softs, mediums, then hards. It was confusing. And who is that? Is that Kaizen all over the place? No, it was Adonis. And it seems like they've completely missed their grid spot. And now they get lined up after about half an hour. Took them long enough. But now we've got one red light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And we're away for the start of the Sprint Grand Prix. And we've got a terrible camera angle. Jetfish not managing to get a good start. Al manages to get the jump on him, going into turn 1, and it looks like Jetfish is under threat from Shadows behind also. Getting on board here, and now Jetfish going up the inside, going into the Villeneuve chicane. Is he going to have the balls to go for it? No, he doesn't. He unfortunately lost them at the start of this Grand Prix. But let's see, is he going to manage to keep up with Al, who managed to get a terrific start? We've seen a few other changes here. Adonis being overtaken by Bicycle. Blue Panda up 6 positions already in the opening lap, and now looking to make it another one, but ends up being overtaken by Goddard's there, coming out of Toza up to Piratella. And is Reese round, or just had a bad line there? It looked like that. Not managing to get the best of getaways from Piratella, it seems. Now we'll move further up as we see these 3 still nose to tail coming around Ravazza, the top 5 there pretty much. Mystery and Asdog just a little smidge further behind. Jetfish though, going for the move, and bloody hell. There we go, and now is up into the lead yet again at the same place where he lost the lead the previous lap. Now back up there where he started, and Temps is just looking on and seeing these two battling it out. Same with Mystery, and they're just going to be waiting for their moment to strike. Goddard's getting up past the Ferrari of Kaizen. Is he going to be able to get past Adonis up ahead? Adonis been a little bit of a showboater in the formation lap. Struggling to know when the foot is flat to the floor, we'll say. And because of that, his tyres must be roasty toasty right now, and he was getting right out of shape there coming through Aqua Minerale, just managing to keep it nice and steady though. Moving further up, Asdog still managing to stay within that DRS window. Yep, just manages to keep it. Jetfish putting in the fastest lap of the race. Although going for it, moves to the right hand side, and now gets the overtake done on Jetfish, and now moves back up into the lead on lap 3. Move further down here. Oh, Al is off. Al went off at Villeneuve and has lost 2 positions, allowing Jetfish and Shadow to get up and past. Shadow, that was all he was waiting on, was for that moment to get past, just waiting for that mistake, just making sure they're pressuring each other to push each other to the limits. Got a lovely helicopter shot right here as to see the drivers coming through Aqua Minerale right now. And now up into Variante Alta. That is quite surprising. You can see loads of dirt there on the side pods of that McLaren. Just look to the bottom of your screen. The car is quite dirty now. Let's hope it doesn't get any more dirty. Jetfish getting right out of shape, and this is going to be a switch for the lead. Temp Shadow is going to get past. Is Al going to though? He possibly could go for it, and he could have went for it there, but decided not to. If he used a bit of that battery, he would have been able to get up there, but decided better against it. Moving up, Blue Panda being overtaken, it looked like by Adonis and Roscoe there, now down into 10th position. Still up 5 places, the highest gainer in this Grand Prix as of yet, but things could change. We've still got about 8 laps left of racing here. Ferrari's still sticking quite close together. Only 3 tenths separate the Scuderitas. Go further up as we see the drivers coming through Variante Alta. Goddard and Steve Penny swapping places there as they were going through Aqua Minerale. I'm going to assume Steve Penny just made that slight error and allowed Goddard to get past. Now looking on at this battle for the lead, we could most likely see Temps is going to end up losing 2 positions here unless he's using that battery. Going up though is Jetfish going past, and so is Al slipping into the slipstream, and now is going to have a go up the inside of that Red Bull, and now finalises it, and Temps is down from 1st to 3rd now, and unfortunately has to settle back into 3rd place where they started this Grand Prix. And there doesn't seem to be many overtakes just now, just for the lead of this Grand Prix as things stand. Oh, got a yellow flag in Sector 1. That's a McLaren of Goddard's. Spinning out at the Villeneuve chicane. It is a very tricky corner. You just dip that toe into the gravel and that'll easily mess up your line and could end up throwing you into the wall. I've seen it happen many times. mostly to myself. But yeah, these things do end up happening. You just dip, all it takes is that little toe dip into the gravel, and that totally messes your lap right up, and possibly even your car. Looking on right now at Al, are they going to be going for the move, going into Tamburello? It looks like they're going to be doing it, and now slips up the inside and is now up into the lead. What is Jetfish going to be saying about that? Looks like he's going to be going for a move. Nope, he's not. He was having to be peeked down the inside of the Villeneuve chicane, but decided better of it. Oh, and we see Mystery getting a 3-second time penalty. We've seen a few others get penalties like that. Is it all 3 seconds? Yep, it is. Asdog and Godzilla Jr. And Bicycle's the only driver who's on soft compound tyres. We'll keep an eye on how they're going to proceed. There 11 seconds is the gap between them and Teen Wolf right now. But that is not the battle that we are on right now. It looks like Jetfish going for the move to get the lead of this Grand Prix, using that DRS as effectively as possible. And could you even believe it, folks? We are already on lap 7 now, so we've only got a handful of laps left to go. And now Jetfish is the one who is in the lead, followed by Al and Temp's Shadow. 6.5 seconds back is Asdog in 4th. Then we've got Mistrade, Sammy, Kaizen, Adonis, Roscoe, Blue Panda, Steve Penny, Goddard, Godzilla Jr., Double Cream Cat, Teen Wolf, Physical and Reese. But Asdog is around at the Villeneuve chicane and now drops down a bunch of places there, from being in 4th now down to 10th. Looking like they were going to score some good points there, but unfortunately, then points will have to wait. Going further up here, Temps, are they going to be looking at a move, or are they just going to be keeping on the back of these two? Alto looks like he's going to be going for it. Is he going to be going for it down the inside, or is it going to be the outside? It's going to be the outside going into Tamburello. Who's going to be the one coming out in the lead? It is going to be Al in that McLaren. But hold on a minute, Jetfish up the outside of Tamburello there. Oh my God, turn 4 there. That was an excellent overtake there to regain the lead. Absolutely spectacular move there. But wait a minute, Al flinging up the inside, they're going into Toza. They're going to be side by side on exit. There was a little bit of contact there, and the McLaren of Al gets a little bit out of shape there and has to settle back into 2nd place behind the Haas of Jetfish, who's in the lead. And now going down into Aquaman Rally. This is a battle for the ages. Look at how close these 3 drivers are. We've got a yellow flag. That's Adonis at Toza. And seeing these 3 battle out, it's going to decide who's going to be on the podium. As most likely, I could see these drivers possibly even coming together in the closing laps of this Grand Prix. Seen that yellow flag flashing up in Sector 1. That's for Physical, who on the exit of turn 4 actually ended up, must have made an error and went into the wall. We'll see in just a few moments if we got any damage, but right now Al going for the move, going into turn 1. It's pretty much a carbon copy of before. Is it going to work out this time though? Oh, Jetfish looked for it there, but Al was wise to that move there. Mystery and Sammy swapping places there. Adonis Jr. has pulled out of this Grand Prix. Well, out of this Sprint Grand Prix. Bicycle 3-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. Now, I think, judging by the way things are going, as we go into the main race in about 20 minutes time, it is likely that we're going to see quite a few penalties happen in the coming race. Oh, and Jetfish getting taken back the lead on the penultimate lap. Shadow looking for that move up the inside of Tamburello. Are they coming together? Oh, and there's contact there. Has Al got a broken front wing now? It looks like he most likely has. Is he? Nope, that's just the angle. And oh, Al getting right out of shape there. He's coming around Villeneuve. And there was a little bit of tappy, bashy there as they were coming around Tamburello and into Villeneuve. Both of them just fighting that too goddamn hard. Now, Mystery, unsure which way the track goes now, and looking like he was about to come back on himself. Is he really wanting to get back into the pits that badly? He going the wrong way, it seems, and being overtaken by his teammate after being in 5th position earlier on, and, well, 4th actually just there. And now down into 12th. It's just the exact same as what happened to Asdog just a few laps ago, pretty much. Both of them ended up dropping down to near the back of the pack, well, about halfway down the pack. Looking on at Temps and Jetfish. This is going to be the battle now, and this is going to determine who's going to be the winner. Temps looks like they could be the winner of this sprint race right now, as it's very difficult to overtake here unless it's that DRS zone going down into Tamburello. Is Jetfish going to go for it down into Tosa? Nope, he's not going to be close enough. The next opportunity he's going to have is going down into Variante Alta after Aqua Minerale. Let's see, is the Haas going to be going for the lunge down into the final chicane? We've only got a couple of corners left to go before we find out. He's using that battery, trying to get ever closer to that Red Bull. Now, out of Aqua Minerale, up the hill, seen that Haas getting a little bit shaky there on the rear. He's not going to be close enough to go for the move, and he locks up there, trying to stay as close as he can to that Red Bull. But nope, it is not happening, and it looks like Shadow is most likely going to be getting the full points and be on that top step of the podium for the sprint race. Looking on at Jetfish, unfortunately not managing to get that first place, and does end up losing it to Shadow, who came up from 3rd place to get the win. Just waited for everyone to make a mistake and managed to get that win himself. Absolutely spectacular drive from them. Sammy up 4 places from 8th, comes across the line and into 4th. Then we had Kaizen. Roscoe after that, who does have a penalty, so is Blue Panda going to be able to get the jump? Nope, just under 2/10 off. Goddard's got a big penalty there. Asdog, sorry, got a big penalty, it seems. On the quick look, we can't really see right now. But we know that Mystery's got a 3-second time penalty, and Godzilla's got a 6-second time penalty. So it's going to be nice and easy. Is Double Cream Cut going to be able to get it? Nope, he only manages to get that 1 position on Godzilla Jr. Teen Wolf going off track there. And that is going to allow Reese to catch up and get that 14th position due to Teen Wolf having that penalty. And now we just get Physical in the RB coming across the line. And that's that. That is the end of the sprint race now. We've seen Temps there getting that win after coming up from 3rd place. 2nd was Jetfish. Al was 3rd. Then we had the Haas of Sammy, Kaizen, Roscoe in 2nd, then Blue Panda and Steve Penny. Then we had Asdog and Goddard in 9th and 10th. And 11th was Mystery, unfortunately having that error in the penultimate lap. Double Cream Cat in 12th, up from 14th, nicely done, up a couple of places. Godzilla Jr. up from 16th. Then we had Reese in 14th. Teen Wolf up a couple of places from 17th. to come home in 15th, and with Physical, who finished last, and Adonis, who did not finish this Grand Prix. Now it is time to move on to an 18-minute qualifying session, which will determine the grid for the 32-lap race. That will just be about to unfold in roughly about 20 minutes' time now, after everything with loading screens and such. Now that timer has started, and I'm pretty sure I've seen that go down to 17:57 and restart up to 18 minutes. That is a bit unusual. But anyway, it's EA, so we usually don't question it. But right now, let's see who's going to be the first one out onto the track. Is it going to be Goddard's yet again, or Teen Wolf? Oh, I think I've seen some activity in that silver garage. This is actually surprising, because this is actually telling me right now that this is possibly going to be a wet race. If anyone who is watching knows what the weather is going to be like, I'll find out in just a moment. So, folks, I've just had confirmation that it is going to be a wet race, and that is why we've seen drivers taking their time a little to come out and get their laps underway. So we could see a few drivers jumping in and getting a fresh set of soft tyres in a good couple of times in this session. So let's see, what is Teen Wolf going to be doing? What is going to be the benchmark for the rest of the drivers here? Teen Wolf not putting in the best lap, actually started in 17th place in the sprint. Do they have what it takes to get a better lap in this time? As they were a good bit off of the one who got pole position, which was Jetfish, and then Al was about 7 tenths behind that, 7.5 tenths it was, behind Jetfish, so it was a big distance, and I think Jetfish might have to start playing with a bit of a handicap, as he does seem to be quite quick here. Seeming a bit like Max Verstappen last year, as he was just dominating the field. Was it last year or the year before? I think it was last year, was it? Because it was absolutely boring. But yeah, that's one thing I will say. It's a bit sad right now that there's no F1 on right now. It's a little summer break right now. But the fortunate thing is we've got some racing still on, in terms of online. Teen Wolf way off the time there at 1:22.563. Sammy has retired from the Grand Prix, from the qualifying. That is an interesting one. There we go, seeing the first lot of times coming in. Al 1:15.530. His teammate 1:17.0. 119.164 for the Aston Martin of Double Cream Cat. Did start down near the back of the grid previously. Oh, Jetfish, the one who got pole position previously, now coming around Ravazza now to the line, around this little kink of turn 19, and we've got the finishing line right there. 114.933, and if the sprint qualifying is anything to go off of, which it usually is, that is going to be a pole position for them. But then again, things could all change, and of course if it's going to be a wet race, then it's going to matter who is going to be on that pole position and who is going to be further back on the grid. Now we're just sitting with Adonis right now, and I just realised we don't have any of the other details up right now. Goddard's actually on the medium compound tyre, so must have picked an extra set of them yellow walled Pirellis. Coming around Variante Alta now. Now let's see what Adonis going to be able to do as they come across the line at 117.137. It's good enough for 5th place as things stand right now, but we've only had 8 drivers set laps as of yet. We've still got 9 to go. Temps in the Red Bull's going to be the next one up, but has invalidated their lap, and they're going to be going again. Not the best start to their lap, taking way too much apex there going around Ravazza, and if that's going to be anything to call off, I think this is going to be a high at 115 at the very least. Let's see as he's coming around turns 2, 3 and 4 of Tamburello chicane. Now into the Villeneuve section now. And yep, he puts it almost into the wall. Well, actually quite a way off from the wall. I thought the wall was a bit closer than that. It is just about here, but he manages to keep it out, puts it into the gravel though, and has messed his lap up completely. So we'll see if they're going to manage to get a good lap in. They're going to have about 10 minutes to do so, not too long, but with this track being so short, it will aid them a bit. We'll see who's on the lap. We've got Roscoe. He's going to be the next one up, just coming out of Aqua Minerale now, and up into Variante Alta. Now down the hill into turn 16 there, and now into 17, braking just before that 50-metre board. Trying to use up as much of that track as possible as they come up to the line now. What time is Roscoe going to be able to put on the board? He puts down a 116.696. And I just realised he invalidated. So that's always fun, making an absolute baloney of myself. Kaizen though, coming to the line. See what time they're going to be able to put on the board. This is going to be quite a quick time, 115.227. Puts that into 2nd place. That was a smashing time. I never expected that to come out, to be honest. Blue Panda has unfortunately invalidated their lap. Mystery coming around to Aqua Minerale. We'll stay on board with Mystery right now is in that Alpine. Is now coming around the final chicane and has invalidated their lap time. So we'll move up to Adonis, who just put in a time of 116.340 and goes into 4th. Bicycle going flying across that chicane. Obviously quite a lot of drivers can't be bothered at taking that chicane if they're jumping into the pits, it seems. Steve Penny on a lap just coming around at Toza. Now up the little crest into Piratella, and then back down into Aqua Minerale before you fling the car to the right and straighten up a little and move it to the right again before putting it over to the left. as you exit Aqua Minerale and now down into Variante Altar before you go right and left. Be careful not to take too much apex. Now into 16 and 17. And then reverse it, turn 18. Now hitting that right pedal as hard as they can. 8th with a 116.913, just behind their teammate. We've got Roscoe right now in that Williams. What time are they going to be able to put on the board? Currently sitting in 11th, not being able to put a time in just yet after invalidating. It's always fun when that happens. As a fella I like to watch, he just says, fun! It's worth watching them, to be honest. Looking on at Roscoe, puts in a P4, 116.112. Still quite a way off of Jetfish right now. One person who I want to keep an eye on is Thames, who did invalidate the previous time and spin out. Let's see if they've got what it takes to put it on the front row. At the very least, there's about a 3/10 gap. But with 3/10 gap between Kaizen and Jetfish, we'll see how close the gap's going to be in a few moments. Here we go, Temps to the line. What time they're going to be able to put in? Only put it in a 4th. 115.556. I thought they were going to make it a bit quicker. Reese, unfortunately, invalidated their lap time. We've got Mystery and Blue Panda. We'll see what Blue Panda is going to be able to accomplish as they're coming down into Aqua Minerale now. Blue Panda going 11th, 117.165. We've only got 5 minutes left on the clock, so drivers won't have long to get back into the pits and get back out to set a time again. We'll see Asdog, are they on a lap? Yep, they're just coming down into the final couple of corners now. Asdog putting in a 116.130. Mystery, are they on a lap? Nope, they're not on a lap. I think they messed up their lap, but judging by the recharge rate. And why is... Oh, Al's trying to get back to the pits as quick as possible. And Jetfish is round, and Al is actually into the wall. Al is into the wall at the Villeneuve chicane and is not going to be starting anywhere higher than second place. That is... Oh... That's interesting. So we've had two retirees now. One deliberately retired in the pit lane and the other has crashed. pay attention. We'll see who's going to be up next to settle up. It looks like Double Cream Cat is the only one who's got Godzilla Jr. in the Alpine, just coming up to turn 17 there, and taking it actually pretty cautiously, like it's a safety car that's out on track right now, and only manages to get a P15 with a 119.538. And I could see that is the problem with being on controller, as it does. It's either all or nothing with the steering. You can't really be truly accurate with the steering. And I will say, this track, with it being such high speed chicanes and such, here it is quite a difficult one. I remember being on controller myself and doing this track. It was very difficult, and I ended up getting so many invalidations and so many penalties, and just done absolutely terrible. So I could understand how some drivers are finding it quite difficult out here. We've got Asdog right now on a lap, just coming up to the final section of Sector 3 now. Just 2 left-hand corners to go. And he just invalidated there, and now has to jump into the pits, and that is going to be the end of their qualifying session. Temps just coming up to Toza, Kaizen slowing down. We'll see Adonis a bit on the lap there at the start of their lap right now. We've got Bicycle just coming around the final couple of corners now, coming up to the line. What time are they going to be able to put on the boards? 116.819 before, and they go just over 4/10 quicker, and that's just enough to get them ahead of Goddard, who's just ahead. Let's move further down. Godzilla Jr. not on a lap. Double Cream Cat coming to the line. Are they setting a lap or starting a lap? They're starting a lap right now. And we'll come back to them in just a few short moments. We'll see Temps. Oh, Temps is coming to the line. Goes P2, 114.886. Still about 2/10 off the time. No, 3/10 off, sorry. Jetfish ahead. So Jetfish didn't even need to set another time, as Kaizen is off onto the gravel. Got Mystery now off into the gravel, and breaks that front wing for good measure. They're not going to be finishing any higher than 5th place. Roscoe coming around Piratella. We'll see if they're going to be up on their time or not, as it's going to be between Aquaman Rally and Variante Alta, where we find out how quick he is. He's down on his time by 35 thousandths of a second. Commentator is supporting Blue Panda tonight. Well, where are you? Down in 12th. You've still got quite a distance to go. Not getting the best of qualifying sessions. Oh, and Kaizen. But quite surprised he didn't get a bit more out of the way there, as his teammate was just coming up to him. Of Adonis now coming around the final corner and invalidates, so no higher than 8th place for them. Goddard's now, they're the last driver to finish, and they're not on a lap. They are finished with their running for qualifying, and they're just jumping into the pits now, and that will be the end of qualifying. Jetfish getting the pole position yet again. Very, very quick in qualifying there. Same with Temps and Al. Seen Temps getting 3rd place previously, Al getting 2nd in the previous sprint qualifying, but now this time it has been switched about with Jetfish still on top. If I finish in the points you have to sing, I would walk 500 miles. See, that's the funny thing. I can't sing, so either way, I'm kind of buggered in that sense. But right now, Jetfish getting the fastest laps is going to be starting on that front row yet again. But I think that's going to be a bit of a downside, as Temps is going to have the inside line going into on the run up to Tamburello, which will turn to the outside. Then we've got Al in third, Kaizen fourth, Roscoe fifth. Then we had Mystery, Asdog, Adonis, Physical, Goddard, then Steve Penny in 11th, 10th, 12th for Blue Panda. Then we've got Reese in 13th, Godzilla Jr. 14th, Double Cream Cat, Teen Wolf, and then Sammy. Now we're going to be moving on to the main race. 32 laps of racing about to come up here in this 3.05 mile track, or if you prefer that in kilometres, 4.909 kilometres, 1 DRS zone, 19 corners. Let's see, and I don't think we're going to be seeing any dry tyres come about, but then again, that could all change. So now we're just going to be waiting nice and patiently for the drivers to get sorted and get everything ready if they're going to be making a pit stop or not. We do know these wet compound tyres can last near enough a lifetime. As, yeah, they do like to last a good while. Is it the mediums or is it the intermediates? Nope, it's full wets, and that is something you don't ever see in Formula 1 nowadays. And a few commentators have actually, I think it was it Martin Brundle actually said something about it, where it's pointless even having the Boy World Pirellis, as when the track gets this wet, as you can see, something like that would happen, with Jetfish almost doing his Ayrton Senna impression. That was actually very insensitive. I do apologise. But now it's saying lap 16 for a double wet strategy. But is the rain going to lighten up? Looking at it now, all we could see is a cloud of spray there coming off the back of that Haas. One light, two lights, three lights, four lights, five lights, and we're away for this soaking Imola Grand Prix. And we've already seen Asdog get a place up, and we've seen Roscoe get a place up also, and it looks like Asdog's going to be going for another move, going on Roscoe, going up into fourth place, and you can barely see a blooming thing, contact there between Asdog and, was that Roscoe there, who is down now into 7th place, and it is really, really difficult out there, and I expect we're going to end up seeing possibly a safety car soon if we don't I'm going to be really surprised. Looking on, that spray is just wild. You can't even see a thing, but what an overtake there from Roscoe around the outside of Kaizen, who ended up losing a good few places. Who is that that's going off? That's Mystery, going right off track, losing proper control of their car. Looking on behind, you see Adonis and Steve Penny there battling it out. Now Blue Panda has moved up a position on Reese. Teen Wolf being overtaken by Sammy there. Double Cream Cat, sorry, and Sammy overtaken Double Cream Cat also. Mystery right on the tail of Kaizen here. And you don't want to be getting too greedy on the power, as that is a surefire way to getting that car rotated the wrong way. It is very easily done, especially in the wet, which Jetfish and Al seem to be handling spectacularly right now. The gap's already sitting at 1.2 seconds to Temps in third place. So 2 seconds of gap from the leader to third place right now. Al still managing to maintain that gap and keep within that limit. Mystery getting right out of shape, putting too much of that right foot down and getting a little bit out of shape there, coming around turn 3. Being extra careful there to make sure he actually gets around the corner nicely there. And that is, I will say, that is the reason as well. Seeing a few drivers here, judging by their driving styles, are actually on controller compared to some others who may be on wheel, and you could see them sometimes sawing at the wheel as they're going around the corners, and it's not the best for the tyres or for managing to get through the corners smoothly and keeping that grip. Jetfish now pulling away, 1.6 seconds sets the gap. The closest battle right now that we have is this battle for 6th place, but there's not going to be any DRS due to it being absolutely soaking out there on the track here. I'm actually kind of surprised we haven't seen any drivers get a penalty yet for being off the track, especially with it being as wet as it is at Imola. On board now with Goddard, who's looking right on at the back of Roscoe. Roscoe's now sitting only a second off of Fizico, who's in 5th place. Could this be the opportunity Goddard needs? Are they going to throw it down the inside? Nope, they're not. Looked like they were about to go for a move on Roscoe. Would have been possibly only 30 to 40% chance of succeeding, but then again, if you don't go for it, you'll never know. Kaizen, they're going off track there at Paratella. And look at this gap with Jetfish there. It's now 2.4 seconds sets the gap now. Incredible how quickly that is opening up. And it just goes to show you that Jetfish really is a Jetfish. Managing to navigate the wet weather quite nicely, I will say. Oh, it seems I just noticed that we've got a new subscriber there from Bolton Matt. Much appreciated there, Bolton Matt. It is always good to see a new number pop up on the subscription. One I've never seen before. Now, one question I do want to know is it going to be getting any lighter? Is there going to be a chance for them to jump onto the intermediates at any chance? Or is it just going to be like Imola last year? I think it was last year, was it? Unsure. Maybe anyone in the comments let me know, as I remember it was absolutely raining it down, and Did it not end up getting cancelled due to floods and such? I think I'm unsure. I can't remember if it was last year or not, or if I'm just remembering Thursday we've got the news about it wrong or such. Anyone watching, please feel free to leave a like, share it with your friends, and possibly subscribe if you wish. If not, all good, but it does help the channel out a lot, and try and grow it as much as possible in the coming little bit. We're now sitting at 35 subscribers. Hopefully soon we could, by the end of the month, to get it up to 50. Or maybe a little ambitious right now, but we'll soon see how things are going to go. So hit that button, be much appreciated. Helps me out a lot in growing the channel. Godders are getting right on the back of Roscoe there. This battle's still ensuing. Steve Penny is around and has broken that front wing. And unfortunately, spearheads will be very aerodynamic, but not very good at producing downforce. So maybe if it was a battering ram, it'd be good, but unfortunately, it's meant to be a race car. Seen Teen Wolf there getting a drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car. Now, is anyone going to jump into the pits, or is everyone going to stay out? I know Steve, he's got to jump in. As look at that, he can't even take Aqua Minerale. And looking at Aqua Minerale, it does look like it's turned aqua. Looks like it's starting to turn into a pool, with it being at such a low part there. Let's see, we're going to be seeing anyone jumping in. Oh, Mystery is jumping into the pits. They mean a front wing change. It doesn't look like it. It looks like it's just going to be fresh, wet tyres. Steve Penny will be getting that front wing changed, as that's not going to be helping them any time at all. Racy, have they got to get that front wing changed? I can't see, unfortunately. Nope, it's just a straight cut penalty. And they actually managed to get in and to get back out in front of Steve Penny. So, managing to get that little bit of a jump on the RB. Now, Double Cream Cat comes into the pits. There we go, so we'll have a look at the tyres. So we've got Mystery, Racy, Steve Penny and Double Cream Cat all on the fresh, fresh wet compound tyres. We'll see how that's going to help anyone. Just seen the safety car just coming down into turn 17, so we're going to have quite a bit of a wait, probably a lap or two, at least maybe, before the safety car gets back in. It's most likely going to be getting going on lap 8, going on to lap 9. I'll just stay with Double Cream Cat, sitting about 30 seconds back from Steve Penny. And Teen Wolf's actually 20 seconds behind the drivers ahead. Just seen Blue Panda actually jumped into the pits, going on to a fresh set of wet. So that, yep, no pit stop, no front wing change, sorry. So in and out in a flash. So I think we're going to be getting underway at the end of this lap, most likely. I would imagine anyway, as we're now away to go into lap 9 soon. Team Wolf getting a 3-second time penalty during a safety car. Oh, mate. That is not very good. You don't want to be doing that. I know it will be difficult in these conditions, but you've just got to try and be careful. And it's like Inception right now. You see the boat, the screen, within the screen, within the screen. I've always found them quite creepy when you see it. Like when you're driving or something and you look up at the screen, the billboard that's shown action on track, and it's always a camera of what your camera is. So when you see that screen that's in the middle of the track, well, not in the middle of the track, but at the side, you know, I just find it weird because it's like, it's you looking at a screen of yourself looking at a screen, and so on. But yeah, that's just these games for you. They are, I'll say, a bit weird sometimes, but regardless of that, the safety car is coming in this lap, just as I assumed. And double cream car and Team Wolf are trying to catch up to the back of the pack as much as possible. Team Wolf has still got the drive-through penalty, sorry. So he's going to have to be wary of that. And fortunately enough, he will be able to serve it this lap right away, right after this safety car, because that yellow flag will be away to end as soon as Jetfish crosses that line. And there we go, the yellow flag session has ended, and he's already gained a 1.7 second advantage there, now down to 1.6 over Al. And Al actually using up quite a bit of that battery there to try and keep up with Jetfish ahead. And, Asdog getting a little bit out of shape there. It looked like he was going to be going for a move there. Physical, the RB. I've seen Team Wolf getting a 10-second time penalty after coming into the pits to serve a drive-through. Godders and Kaizen going around toes side by side. Godders is the one who ends up losing out that battle and has to settle for 8th place. Kaizen and Roscoe still looking right close to each other. Is Kaizen going to go for a move, going down into Aquaman Variante Alter, and that was a bit questionable there from Roscoe. As the famous Fernando Alonso once said, you must always leave the space. Goddard's there, managing to get past after Kaizen leaving the space. Jetfish fastest lap, 128.165, 2 seconds now the gap to Al, and you can see that Jetfish has got a bit more downforce on his cars. He is a bit slower going down the straight, but of course that will help him during that lap, and he could actually be able to easier pull out now of the gap to the car behind. Now looking on, hold on from Kaizen. We've seen Goddard and Roscoe side by side going through reveal now. Is Kaizen going to have a little look? Now looking on at Goddard's getting up into 6th place there. Nicely done there from the McLaren driver. 2.5 seconds sets the gap to Physical just ahead. Is he going to manage to catch up? The two Ferraris swapping places there, and it looked like they both went off track there at Paratella. And Adonis going for the defensive line, going into Aquaman Rally. Sammy goes off the track there. And I'm unsure if they made a little bit of contact there with Mystery. But now going down into Variante Alter. Is Mystery having a little look? No, he's having to settle in behind, not managing to get the traction needed on the second part. 3.4 seconds, it sets the gap. Jetfish just going quicker and quicker and quicker each and every single lap. Now on to lap 11. We've only got about 22 laps still to go. I say only like it's going to last like 5 minutes. Oh, seen Mystery there. Having a little peek there at Sammy in the Haas. But unfortunately not been close enough to go for the move going into Tamburello. Sammy being overtaken going into Toza after making a mistake, and now Mystery up into 10th position. Now let's have a look. Physical looks like he's right on close to the back of Asdog. But being extra careful there coming out of the Variante Alta, the chicane. Oh, Mystery. Looking like he was going for a move on Adonis there. Did just miss that. But is he going to go for it going into Vale now? If he could, if he just used a bit of that battery, but he decides better against it just yet. Play it safe and oh! And if he didn't play it safe, that could have ended up allowing him past. But unfortunately, he loses the place to Sammy, who he just overtaken the previous lap. And Adonis managed to keep his position. Seen a yellow flag there. Oh, Godzilla Jr. off the track there. Reese having problems, and same with Double Cream Cat. Team Wolfers, he just coming down there after having that drive-through penalty. Jetfish is going to be lapping them in the next few laps if the pace carries on. Sammy having an error. Looked like going into Variante Alta, and that's allowed Mystery to get past. But Mystery has not got the best of launch coming out of that chicane. Will have the inside line at turn 16 and now manages to just get ahead enough to get back into that 10th position, but has lost a lot of time and a lot of ground on the cars ahead. Looked like Blue Panda there had an error coming out of Ravazza. Now it gets back past Steve Penny there. I think that may have been a bit of sportsmanship there. And go further up and see Goddard is right on the tail of Roscoe. Unfortunately not close enough. Sorry, it was Physical. Kaizen now overtakes Roscoe, but gets a poor launch coming out of Toza. They're going to be going side by side as they round the hill into Piratella, and Roscoe has got the inside line and now moves back up into that 7th position. Does go off the track though. Now looking on the Ferrari, coming back at him as they're going into Acom in the rally. They end up touching, and now Roscoe manages to maintain that lead, but maintaining that 7th. But now Kaizen having a go, going up the inside, going into Variante Alta. He's later on the brakes, moves up the inside, but the Williams of Roscoe is going to have the better line on the exit, and they're going to be enough alongside going into turn 17, looking like they are. The later on the brakes are still side by side, never giving up an attitude there from the pair of them. Absolutely spectacular. Roscoe managing to protect that 7th place there after some ruthless and hard aggressive battling between the pair of them. Goddard's now getting up past Physical. What is going to happen here with Kaizen and Roscoe? Is Kaizen going to be able to stay close enough to go for a move here? Nope, just a little bit too far back. but we could just wait and see. Depending on how things go in the next few corners, that could attack easily be opened up yet again. So do know out here, it is quite easy to make a mistake coming out of Villeneuve. Yellow flag in sector 1. Steve Penny into the wall again, same part of the track again, turn 4. And they have went, and oh, contact, and they're blocked there. And that is, this battle in here between Roscoe and Kaizen has opened the gap to Faizuko to about 7 seconds here. And they are ruthlessly, relentlessly, and downright aggressively battling it out with each other. You would think this was a game of Wreckfest almost. We'll say this is the battle to watch right here, the battle for 7th place. Now Roscoe's actually got the other Ferrari right on his tail of Adonis, and this is playing into Kaizen's hands right now as he's backed up the Roscoe, and now he's got Mystery and Sammy right behind him. Going off the track a little though, still legal, still keeping it within track limits. Oh, and it looked like there was a bit of a Bottas Russell incident away to happen there. Coming down into Tamburello, but Kaizen managing to keep it just nice and steady. And now Roscoe up into 7th place now. Steve Penny into the pits to get a change of wing. Oh, and Steve Penny's on the intermediate tyres. So, is it starting to come intermediate tyres, or because it's still looking pretty wet here? This battle between Kaizen and Roscoe is just going on insanely right now. But for a moment, we'll have a look at this battle between Goddard and Asdog. Is it going to change? Al jumping into the pits to get off of them wet compound tyres and get onto possibly another set of wet compound tyres. Yep, Goddard's not going for a move just yet, or not being able to go for a move right now. Kaizen dropped back just a little, not enough to stay close enough to make an overtake. Al dropping right down the pack with it being such a long pit line, and is going to end up, is Blue Panda going to be close enough? Nope, that is not even a close call between the two of them. Al down into 11th after being in 3rd. 15 seconds sets the gap to 2nd place right now. This Jetfish is way too good, and it looks like, oh, we've got a safety car, safety car, safety car. And who is that for? Is that, I think that's Godzilla Jr. Godzilla Jr. Oh, they're staying out a lap so they don't get overtaken again. Just in case no one comes into the pits, as we know that can happen. And Jetfish into the pits. Shadow got to do the same. Everyone's got to follow suit now. All those all the way down to Mystery, I will say. Into the pits comes Temps, Asdog. Are they jumping in? Yep, so are the rest of the pack behind. This is the good opportunity to now get into the pits and get a fresh set of wet compound tyres on, as they will be a lot grippier now, in just coming up to the 50% stage of this Grand Prix, where we're going to be seeing another 16 laps of racing. We've just seen Jetfish take up the intermediates for Asdog. So, is it going to be drying up real soon? That is the question. And what about the water getting dispersed? This is a good question here. What is going to happen? We'll stay on board with Asdog and see how the Aston Martin's going to be handling these tyres. So we're just trying to wait and see how these intermediate tyres are going to fare. I'm actually quite sceptical about this. It's looking like it's still wet weather tyres for now. But is this going to be one of them where they're only going to be on for like a lap or two? These wet tyres, is it going to change in about 5 minutes time to dry, intermediate tyres, sorry. Looking like Asdog is not happy with them tyres and is jumping in and out and will probably fall down behind Reese. Is anyone double cream cart trying to get past everyone? Same with Team Wolf. But Team Wolf really struggling there with the grip on that Mercedes. So we'll go 1, 2, 3. Whereabouts are they? Sorry, my mistake. Let's try and see. So double cream cat is behind the McLarens of Al and Goddard's. Teen Wolf is just behind the Williams of Roscoe, 2 cars behind. So we'll see if double cream cat is going to be able to get past. Now, that's the question. How is this all going to ensue? Oh, we've seen Asdog putting on a fresh set of inters. Oh. Is this weather going to be lightening up? Oh my god, he got really out of shape there. And that looked like he was about to pin it into the wall, almost. Oh, we're seeing more drivers jumping into the pits. Are they going to be going on the intermediates also? They are. Bicycle and Blue Panda both taking that risk. And I just noticed Adonis and Sammy still on them old, really old, wet compound tyres. Mystery on the second youngest, the second oldest wet tyres, 13 lap old. There we go, folks. We've had that message from Rest Control to tell us that the safety car is in at the end of this lap. So Jetfish is going to be the one who's going to be taking us away yet again. And could we see him opening that gap that he has done previously? We'll soon see. Now, is he going just yet out of Ravazza? Yes, he is. Now, is he going to be able to get the better jump? No, he isn't. It's only he's not even going up to half a second now. Adonis actually still right on the tail of Jetfish. Is it going to move to the inside and go for that move? No, they aren't. That looked like they were actually going to go for the move there. Mystery and Shadow going side by side, going around Tamburello. Is this going to allow Al up the outside? Oh, no, it isn't. But it's going to allow his teammate up, and oh, there's contact there between Temps and Goddard, Temps and Al there, and Temps actually moved across on Al there and ended up pushing them off the track under the braking zone. That is not very good. Mystery now getting past Al now, getting out of shape, going into Paratella, and now is going to lose more than one position. As he loses two, 1, 2. Wait a minute. Is Asdog actually getting good grip now? Nope. The answer is still nope. So, yep, and Jetfish 3.2 seconds ahead. Looking very, very commanding out there tonight. This must be his track, and oh, what's going on here? I just seen a whole load of drivers just all swapping around there, and it looks like Sammy is struggling on them 20-lap-old wet compound tyres, with all the drivers around him on fresh wets. They'll be getting more grip than them old wets. Looking on at Asdog, how are they doing? They've only managed to overtake Kaizen, who's on them fresh wet tyres. I keep saying soft, I'm not used to it, for it being dry races. Asdog, how are they getting on though? That's the question. They're the one in the lead on the intermediate tyres, that is. They're down in the 9th. The 8 cars ahead of them are on the wet compound tyres. Same with Kaizen behind. Fisical looking like he's going to go for a move here on that Ferrari, and now gets up. Are the intermediates starting to become the quicker tyre? Is it in that sort of crossover period now, where it's either wets or inters? The question is it going to be going quick enough for these intermediate drivers to take advantage fully? Oh, getting a 3-second time penalty. In fact, we'll have a quick look at that, and we'll see. So Adonis, Al, Asdog, Kaizen and Double Cream Car all have 3-second time penalties. Adonis being overtaken by Al here, going into the... oh no, now Temps going for it, going around the final corner of Ravazza, and my mistake guys, I end up bringing up the wrong menu. Looking at Mystery, are they going to go for a move here? Now going into Tamburello, the Haas of Sammy goes up the right hand side, and that blocks the line for Mystery having to go up the inside at Goddard's. But on the exit of Tamburello, gets a better launch coming out of turn 3, and now manages to get alongside Goddard's side by side going into Villeneuve, and oh, and they make contact. And Mystery manages to keep it within control, but does end up going off the track and losing plenty of spaces there. Adonis just been swallowed up by the pack now after being on them wet tyres for about 22 laps now. Not providing them the best amounts of grip anymore, and will have to pit quite soon, as he's just holding up the most of the pack. So Adonis and Sammy still the only drivers still yet to pit. Jetfish putting in another fastest lap of 127.357. Now, is there anyone out here today who's going to be able to stop Jetfish right now? This seems to be his track, dominating like crazy right now. Goddard's right behind Adonis here. Are they going to go for a move going into Tamburello? Nope, they're going to have to wait and be patient. Oh, getting right up close to the back of that Ferrari. Looking like it's going to go right into the back. And managing to get much more momentum and power there coming out of Tamburello. Now makes the move and moves up into 5th place. Adonis under threat from Roscoe. Roscoe's got the inside line going into Toza, and now Adonis loses another position. And another position to Asdog. Yellow flag in sector 1 and 2. That looked like it was Reese. Adonis now just being swallowed up by the pack, by Physical, by Kaizen. Soon enough to be Blue Panda. Reese, have they got a front wing damage? Nope, it doesn't seem to be. Steve Penny's retired from the Grand Prix, and we've got a VSC. Is it going to be upgraded to a safety car? Nope, it doesn't seem to be. And Jetfish will be happy about that. But I want to see whereabouts was it that he did retire. We'll have to find out as we go past with double cream cat as soon as we get to that position. Wait, there's double cream cat on the lead lap? No. Oh yeah, I forgot, sorry. So Adonis and Mystery now taking this opportunity to jump into the pits, and it is the more intelligent idea, I will say, in order to get in. Kaizen, unfortunately, 2 seconds, folks. I'll go and try and get Kaizen back into the lobby. Nope, and apparently I can't for some weird reason. So, unfortunately, we're going to have to just be a little bit patient for now. No, so it's not allowing me Kaizen, unfortunately. I will not be able to invite you. If anyone is listening out there, please, if you are able to send Kaizen an invite if they're not able to rejoin. It is a bit unfortunate when stuff like that happens. It's happened to myself a couple of times before when I had terrible internet, I will say. Had no option but to connect through Wi-Fi. And well, yeah, it wasn't the best. I want to see just where Teen Wolf is going to be as to where Steve Penny did end up crashing out. Judging by the way it looks like it was just about here on the exit of Aqua Minerale. Adonis getting a 3-second time penalty, and it was on the exit of Aqua Minerale that he did end up binning it, unfortunately. Now Goddard's looking at every which way he can to try and get past Sammy in that Haas. Looking up the inside, going into Villeneuve. Is he going to go for it? No, but he's having to yield that position for now. We're trying to see if there's anyone else who is close behind. Nope, it doesn't look like Goddard's and Sammy, the closest battle on track right now. Going into Toza, Goddard's has got the inside line, Sammy's on the outside. And it looks like Goddard's has managed to get it done. Looking at Asdog now, on them intermediate tyres, they are starting to look stronger and stronger every lap. And now up into 5th place. Sammy getting right out of shape there. 24 laps on them wet tyres. It's not going to be working out the best for Sammy's. They're just going to end up being swallowed up by the pack now. Roscoe right on the tail of Sammy there, but he's got Physical on them intermediate tyres just behind. And comparing these paces, it looks like the intermediate tyres can be the tyre to be on, actually. Maybe not if you're not getting the throttle application correctly, as Physical didn't there as he was going around Ravazza. On right now with Roscoe going down the inside, going up at Toza. Is he going to manage to make the move stick? Going up the inside, yes he does. Up into 6th place now, but hold on, is Sammy going to be coming back at him? Going into Paratella, nope. He's not got an answer there for the Williams driver. Moving further up, Asdog right on the back of Goddard's here. We'll soon find out if the intermediate is going to be the tyre to be on soon. Judging though the way the pace is going right now, it's in the crossover period, but it could be coming in and out of the crossover period, so some drivers will probably think to be better on the wet compound tyres. Others maybe think it'd be better to be on the intermediates. It's just one of them questions. Mystery getting a 3-second time penalty for exceeding track limits yet again. And that's one thing. Oh, Blue Panda has got 0 downforce on that Mercedes there. He just moved out to the left-hand side, out into the clean air, and ended up getting real shaky there. Godzilla Jr. getting a 10-second time penalty for speeding the pit lane. I've seen a few others with that just recently. Sammy being overtaken yet again. They're going to be the only drivers who don't take a pit stop. That is going to be the question. But Sammy up 9 places from starting at the back of this grid, and unfortunately not being able to manage to keep up with the top of the grid here, and now is in 8th place, and now under threat from Blue Panda behind. Got a caution for a yellow flag in sector 2. Unsure who that was there. Did miss that, unfortunately. Blue Panda now going up the inside, going into Villeneuve, but with that inside line being the Haas, ends up being the Haas that gets the position through the middle of the track, but then Blue Panda, ends up managing to come back and steal that position away. 15 seconds is now the gap to Risi behind, so most likely we'll be able to keep a 9th position. We're on lap 28 now, about to go into lap 29 right now. There we go, we've seen Jetfish come across the line. We're going to have 4 more laps of racing, Oh, and Roscoe and the Williams, and there's been a little bit of damage there that chipped off of Ficycle's car, and we see, was it Ficycle? Sorry, it was Roscoe, who's now got a front left end plate damage. We've seen Risi has actually left the session, unfortunately. A little bit of a disconnection issue. Godzilla Jr. has retired from the Grand Prix, and we're going to have a late safety car in this Grand Prix. This is incredible, actually. Just right at the end here, is anyone going to go on the intermediates and risk it, or are they going to stay on the tyres that they are on? Jetfish should be able to get in and get back out straight away, won't have to wait up at all. Sammy will have a chance to be able to get into the pits and get a fresh set of tyres on, whether that be the wets or the intermediates. I would say probably the wets are the tyre to be on, the way things stand. Seen puddles and such still all over the track, and that may be the call-in that's than it is the wet compound tyres. Oh, and Jetfish decides to stay out. You would have been able to get back into the pits and get back out easy peasy, and could have still won the race as, yep, the two drivers behind him have 3-second time penalties. And I don't think many drivers are going to pit. Goddard's, are they going to jump in? Let's see. Nope, staying out. Asdog does jump into the pits. Are they going to get off them intermediate tyres? Or are they going to stay on and just put on a fresh set of Greenwald Pirellis? Oh yeah, they are. They're going to be staying on them intermediates. The medium wet tyres. Roscoe will have to jump into the pits due to having front wing damage. Trying to get past the AI car of Racy there and not proven to be very effective there. Safety car in this lap. So right now I'm just trying to see what happened with one of the drivers just recently there. I think it was Racy, but we'll check that out later on. So a lot of people not really happy. Although, if he could get past and make a 3-second gap to Jetfish, he could actually win this Grand Prix. It is still within his grasp right now, but he has to get past, and he's got to get it done as soon as possible. He's got to be as relentless and ruthless as he can in order to get this done. We're only going to be having 2 more laps of racing. Now into the Villeneuve chicane of turns 5, 6 and 7, now into 8 of Toza. Now, are they going to be going for a move anytime soon? Sticking with him, having a little look down into Piratella. The more you look, the more it's going to end up setting you off the line. Now, Temps losing the pace behind. Now, over a second behind Al, and Jetfish going right off track there. Asdog getting a 3-second time penalty will bring up the penalty situation right now. Second to sixth has 3 seconds worth. Sammy could still be looking to make a good move here, but maybe not now that the I think if they got damage to that front wing, it looks like it. Yes, they do. So maybe not, maybe just may as well just jumping into the pits and jumping on to a fresh set of tyres, or just staying out really. It's probably best just to stay out, just try and grin and bear it for the remainder. We're only going to be having 1 more lap of racing here, so may as well just go for it, 1 more go around. So looking on right now, Goddard's right up close to the back of Temps, and this will determine who is going to be having the last step on the podium. These drivers all got plenty of battery here. Jetfish now 2 seconds ahead of Al, and that was a considerable bit smaller coming onto the final lap, but right now, coming out of Variante Alta is Jetfish in the lead. The gap has closed down to less than 2 seconds, but of course that gap is actually technically sitting at just under 5 seconds due to having that penalty. But now Jetfish rounds the final corner to take victory here in Imola. Next up is Al and Temps. Then we've got Goddard's in the McLaren Bicycle in the RB. And then a little bit back is Asdog, who was on them intermediate tyres, not proven to be the best tyres to be on. And it was a full wet race altogether. Blue Panda now coming across the line in 7th. But actually moves up to be overtaken by Blue Panda. Sammy coming across the line now. 4.1 seconds was the gap to the car behind of Adonis, who comes across the line. Mystery ends up moving up into 9th position, as Adonis moving down, and Roscoe in 11th, and Reese just coming across the line now, having them 9 seconds worth of penalties. Kaizen, hopefully we're going to be wanting to stay within that a little bit, but of course Kaizen's left also. Has Reese left? I'm unsure. Now we're just waiting for Kaizen, just managing to get past Reese there. And now the last of the pack is Double Cream Cat. And there we have it, folks. That is the end of the Imola Grand Prix, the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. Seen Jetfish there getting that win. They'll be coming out on the top step of the podium, along with Al and Shadow. All three of them doing very nicely here. And there we go, we see Jetfish there in getting that first place, the fastest lap also, starting from pole position, so full shebang in the main event. Unfortunately not getting the best of races in the sprint, did finish down in second, but Al in second this time. In the main race then we had Temps Shadow, who finished in third, and Goddard's finished in fourth, Bicycle in fifth, Blue Panda in sixth, Asdog taking the gamble on them intermediate tyres, not paying off in the end. Sammy not even making one pit stop, using them wet tyres all the way to the end, manages to finish from 17th up to 8th, Mystery in 9th, and we had Adonis 10th, Roscoe 11th, 12th for Kaizen Reese, Double Cream Cat, then Team Wolf, Godzilla and Steve Penny unfortunately did not finish the Grand Prix. So I'll have a quick look and see what is the next track up, as I do tend to forget. So let's have a little peek here, shall we? What is the next track is going to be up? It's going to be Hungary next week. So that is going to be Thursday next week at 8 o'clock. So come back for that, be much appreciated. On Saturday we will be streaming here again for WWR Saturday night at 8 o'clock, so come back for that, and until then, peace out.